There you go. So you're not supposed to use a chrome socket on an impact unless you have fake safety glasses. So we're gonna go for it. 16 bushels to the acre. Whoa, bin buster. Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we are just about ready for harvest. In fact, we might, maybe, possibly. There's a good chance that we could start picking some corn today. I'm not sure. We might try it. So yeah, we got a couple things to get ready this morning. I got to stick the battery charger on the tractor because we haven't taken the time to buy some batteries for it. Hold that thought. So yeah, Grandpa's 4320 needs some new batteries. And we just haven't gotten around to getting them. So it doesn't take much to jump it anyway. So we got that charging. I need to use the forklift on the back of the 4320 to load up some seed. Can't remember if I mentioned it before, I'm a Pro Harvest Seeds dealer. I got some seed to deliver and it's in the shop right now in our way. We got to get that hopper backed in there. We got to change an airbag out on that. And then we got a couple other small things we got to do to get ready for harvest. I'm gonna let that charge, get this shop opened up. Dad's on his way out here with not the forklift's in the shed. He's on his way out here with the gooseneck trailer. Gonna load up that seed and get it out of our way. Yeah, so Pro Harvest delivered all the seed that I had on order here to the farm yesterday. So I kind of sorted it out. I put our wheat over in that shed. This is the stuff that I got to deliver to customers. We got 3 mini bulks of cereal rye for cover crop, and then we got 5 boxes of wheat, and then a pallet of bags of wheat for another guy. So obviously this is in our way. Can't really work around this stuff. So we're gonna get that out of here when Dad gets here. So what I'm gonna do this morning is, I've been kind of quiet on YouTube lately. It's my own fault, no one to blame but myself. I just haven't put a whole lot of energy into it. So I'm gonna go around and kind of talk about what we've been doing to get ready for fall. I guess this is the first piece of equipment that I walked by, so we'll start here. This, you may know as Frankenstein. Well, we de-Frankensteined it and took those disc blades off and put the drag back on. We're gonna get a set of twist, chisel plow, mold board, shank, dealios to put on here and actually use it as a chisel plow. The 8430, we took our starter tank off the front. We still have to put our weight bracket on. That's what we're gonna do either before or after we work on that airbag. Haven't quite decided yet. So put our weights on that, get that hooked to the grain cart. Bean head. We went through and replaced a bunch of these hold down pieces. They hold the sickle down tight against these guards. Makes it cut a little better. And replaced a few sections, guard here and there. I had to put some rivets in the poly pieces underneath, so didn't have to do a whole lot to it. It's ready to go. Like I said, we got to change an airbag on this hopper. I think it's one of these back ones. That one maybe, I don't know. Another thing I can't remember if I said, we got a new corn head this year. It came from Maori auction. It's 2012, I think. 608 corn head. We got rid of our old 893. It was just worn out. Didn't really do a good job anymore. So we picked this up on auction. I think we got a pretty good deal on it. Since it came from an auction and we didn't know anything about it, and we didn't know anything about this model head, I guess, we had them come out and inspect it, our local dealer, and they didn't really find much wrong with it. We ended up replacing the auger chain, and let me pop one of these open. Somebody put some ears in here. We replaced these plastic slide pieces. They were getting pretty worn out. But other than that, we didn't really do much to it. We dropped the oil in the oil bath for the chain. This guy over here, we dropped that oil and changed it. Hope we like it. We've never run a 600 series head before, and it's kind of upgraded over the 893. There's really not a whole lot different about it. It's just everything's built heavier and bigger chains, just bigger everything, knife rolls, whatever. This one has the opposed knife rolls. A lot of guys don't really like them. I guess it was a good enough deal. We figured we'd try it, and if we don't like it, we can address that later. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. Now over in this shed, we got our strip till rig hooked up to the new 8235R. We got the duals put on it. This is just, I keep coming in the shed and looking at this tractor. I can't believe how nice it is for the age. And I can't believe how low of hours. It's just, the guy who had this took really, really good care of it. And yeah, thanks Ben for sending it to me. I'm glad you sent it to me because I really like this tractor. It's really nice. But yeah, we got it on the strip till rig. We're gonna do some strip tilling with it. We're also gonna do some cover crop seeding with the air seeder. It's still hooked up to the 9410. I guess we might use the 9410 on that if this is tied up, but we have options. Here's our wheat. What else? What else did we do? Oh, I washed the combine. Boring stuff. Our combine was basically ready to go since we had wheat. Our dealer came out and inspected it before wheat. We fixed everything that needed to be fixed, and it was ready to go for wheat, and basically it's ready to go for harvest. What am I missing? Well, we did some work to our grain bins. We had to clean them out for seed beans. I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. So yeah, you get the picture. We just fixed everything that needed to be fixed, addressed everything that needed to be addressed, and we still got a few little things left. All right, we should probably go do something. Oh, I forgot one thing. So, briefly mentioned it in the last video. We bought a set of stock stompers used from Joel. Thanks, Joel. I couldn't have done it without you. We're gonna put those on the corn head. We actually have 7 out of the 8 mounted. Well, not really. You got to take them off and put them on the trailer. But we've got 7 of the 8 done. The one where the deck plate cylinder is, I had a little bit of an issue there. The guard that they sent wasn't right, and I had to cut some stuff and weld some stuff and get some longer bolts. And I just realized I forgot the longer bolts at home. So we still have this row to get finished up on stock stompers. We've never ran them before, so we're gonna try them out. Hope we like them. If we don't, it didn't cost us a whole lot, and we can probably get our money back out of them. So. Loaded up. I'm gonna go drop this off real quick, get it out of the way, and move on with the day. I'm taking Dad's new truck. I don't have a gooseneck hitch in my truck, so we gotta use his for now. All right, seeds delivered. Well, most of it. I still got 3 bags to deliver, but they're out of the way. Dad is working on this airbag, and he needed a jack out of his truck, so he's grabbing that. See if we can get this swapped real quick.
I need a punch.
There you go. All right, airbag's done. Dad's checking tires on the truck. I'm gonna take this chisel plow here and unhook it because I need to get the 8430 in the shop to put weights on it, and then we can hook that to the grain cart.
Think twice, crawl once, and get out.
I'm thinking we might have to put batteries in this tractor. It went dead over the summer, had to charge it, and now it just turns over real weak. So that's annoying. See if the combine will start. Okay, so the 8430 is in the shop. We got to put this weight bracket and all these suitcase weights back on the front. Maybe not all of them, I can't remember. But we need some extra weight on the front of this thing for the grain cart, because it's get that thing full of grain and front end gets a little light. So trick for putting weights on a tractor, get the tractor as close to the weights as you can. For some reason one time we thought it was a good idea to have the weights back here and the tractor by the door. That was dumb. I don't know why we did that. Work smarter, not harder, is all I'm saying. Okay, so Dad and I just went to eat lunch, just got back. So what I've got left to do is we've got 7 out of 8 stock stompers on here. We got to do some work to this middle one right here. So this is a shield that they sent to protect the cylinder that moves your deck plates. And this was a shield for a 12 row. So what I had to do was cut it and take about a little over 2 inches out of the middle of it and weld it back together. Aren't those welds nice? If you got a MIG welder, you can weld pretty. You don't even have to really try. But anyways, I needed some longer bolts because the mount for that stock stomper has to drop down a little bit farther, and the gearbox bolts that are there aren't long enough. And the guy I bought them from didn't give me the bolts. Come on, man. So we got the bolts over here. We're gonna get that taken care of. But first, I'm gonna eat my dessert. Have you ever had an orange cupcake? My wife thinks I'm ridiculous, but these things are the best. So good. All right. So, what do we got to do here? Okay, so I left these, so I could explain a little bit. So this is pretty easy to mount. It uses the existing gearbox bolts, except for the middle one. You got to have longer ones. And then the strap goes on top of the toolbar. I guess that's what you call it. And then these bolts hold it. So, pretty simple. Could be tricky. All right, next issue, that's in the way. All right, so one of the bolts, for some reason, wasn't long enough, but I found this one. Looks like it'll do the trick. It's the right length. So all you gotta do is you take this strap, it's threaded on both ends, and you shove it in on top of the bar, and it's kind of a trick to get these lined up. Get them started. I'm gonna need some light. Get in there. There you go. Come on. Alright. That one started. The front one's not too bad. This one's gonna be tricky. That actually wasn't too bad. Now I gotta get the right size socket. So you're not supposed to use a chrome socket on an impact unless you have fake safety glasses. So we're gonna go for it. Dad's finishing up greasing the combine, and when we get that done, it should be, well, we got to put some shields back on it, but it'll be ready to go. I'm gonna go take the 8430 and hook it up to the grain cart.
These drives in there?
What'd you say?
Need a drive?
I don't have an iPad, I forgot.
Want this drive though?
Yeah, we'll need it. I forgot the iPad for climate, so oh well. All right, so I think we got everything almost ready to go. Why can't I zoom out here? There we go. So we need to change our farm to Bob's house. Field around the house. Come on, accept. Now we need to calibrate our TCM. And what that is the GPS receiver has some kind of device that senses how much you're leaning side to side, and it helps keep it accurate that way. So setup, cal, accept, calibrating, and okay. Now we spin around. Put the front axle in the same spot but facing the other direction, and hit cal again, and then we're ready to roll. I think we're right about here. Cal. Alright, there we go. I think we're ready to rock and roll. So, like I said, we're just going to open up a little bit of corn here, see what we got for moisture, make sure the head's going to work, make sure the combine's going to work, and then if everything's good, we're probably going to move to a smaller field. That's some earlier maturity, and it's probably drier. So, let's do that. Alright, first time running this corn head. I got to make sure all my settings are right, in the machine anyway. I guess I kind of forgot to do that. Okay, engage the machine. I can turn the camera a little bit. Well, the head works. Well, I forgot to hit record, but the rotor has 2 speeds. It was in high speed for wheat. Forgot to change it back to low for corn. We run it on the high side for wheat and soybeans, and then low for corn. Okay. Set you guys back over here. Run through these settings. This seat is too high. That's better. Okay. I'm going to say wet corn, 300 to 400. We're at 490, so we need to slow that down. Cleaning pan, 1250 to 400. Concave clearance. 3. We need to be at 25 to 35. We're going to try 26 and 27. Shaft clearance, 15 to 18. We're on 16. Sieve, 6. We need to be 10 to 13. We'll try that and see what we got. First corn of the season. Well, I'm already off the road. Well, the corn head works. Alright, so I'm still getting a few things figured out. It was, said processing grain with recording off. Not sure what that was all about. But, I don't know. The machine seems to be working. I got grain in the tank. It's it's actually picking corn. Why are we not recording? Why? Huh, that's weird. So we are, I don't even know. New. I think I know what's going on. Sorry, my hand's in the way. Okay, so I didn't have a hybrid in here. We'll see what that does. There we go. Now we're recording. Still not showing. Yep, there's some moisture. All right, now we're working. 16 bushels to the acre. Whoa, bin buster. Okay, now it's coming up. All right, we're cooking now. First dump of 2021. The monitor's saying like 18 to 19%, but it's not calibrated. And I always say I'm gonna do a yoke calibration on the first load every year, but then I always forget. So maybe we'll do that on the second load. Well, I just realized what I forgot to do. We are opening up these ends here, and I noticed one of them stompers fell off. I forgot to tighten the bolts. Got busy doing other things, and looks like we lost a bolt, so shoot. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Not a big deal, I guess. It should ride there. I gotta dump the tank and then I'll run over to the shop, tighten those bolts, see if I can find a bolt to put in the one that I lost. Hopefully I haven't lost any more bolts. Oh well, normal first day stuff. Well, I want to get some more of those other pins. I just haven't looked yet.
Seem to be doing a decent job.
Yeah. I haven't walked out in next to the corn to see how much it moves out the back. It seemed like I was losing some, but I slowed the rotor down and opened the concave a little bit. Well, now it's tomorrow for you guys. It's today for me, but you guys are still on yesterday, so I guess it would be tomorrow for you guys. After we tightened up those stock stomper bolts, we decided to call it quits because we kind of got what we wanted to get done yesterday. We wanted to open up the field, make sure the combine was going to work, make sure the corn head was going to work, and we pulled it in the shed. And I was talking to Grandpa about how I thought I was losing a bunch of corn out the back. And, you know, seems like every year you just kind of got to relearn how to set the combine. Like, you kind of know the basics, but you just kind of got to jog your memory on it. So we're talking about it, and he's like, you know, what's your rotor speed, and where's your concave set at, and your fan speed. And then I realized what we did wrong. We forgot to take our wheat inserts out of the concave. That's why we're losing so much corn out the back. So I don't know if I ever really explained that, but I did that, what was it called? Shopwork Symphony video, maybe you saw it, where I was installing those wheat inserts. And what those do is when you're cutting wheat, the concaves we have really aren't the best concaves for cutting wheat. So we put these inserts in there, and it keeps the wheat in the rotor a little bit longer to give it a little more time to thresh. Well, when you're picking corn like that, it just shoves all the corn out the back, and it doesn't have enough time to actually thresh it. So we got to get those out of there this morning, but I don't know if you guys really care to see that or not. And I probably got enough for a video, so I think I'm going to end it there. We had a successful first day of harvest. We basically got one semi-load picked, but like I said, all we want to do is make sure everything was going to work. The corn head is working beautifully. It's such an improvement over our old 893. Stock stompers are working good. Combine should be working good once I get those inserts out. And yeah, going good. We're going to roll this video into today tomorrow for you guys, day 2 of harvest. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.